Hey folks, see Rachna Ranade here, and I welcome you all to a very brand new concept. Like, why am I saying as a brand new concept? Because this is a concept. This is about a security which was launched on 4th of May 2026. It's as new as that. But what is the name? The name is EGR, or Electronic Gold Receipts. Now, what is it all about? By the way, National Stock Exchange has launched this EGR, but the whole thought process, put it into simple words, is nothing but EGR is nothing but a physical gold which is converted into a demat format. Just to simplify this for you, early back in those days, like we had shares in physical format. Exactly. I had gone to NSE, and that's where I actually found this SBI's physical share certificate. Now, if someone were to buy someone were to buy shares of SBI, would they get such physical share certificates? Answer is no. They would get it in the demat format, right? Similarly, now you can imagine, instead of buying physical gold, what if I can get that gold in the demat format? Exactly. That is what the EGR concept is all about. If I were to put it in a single line, EGRs are exchange traded securities that represent ownership of physical gold stored in SEBI approved vaults. Just to give you some 2 3 important pointers from this is an exchange traded security. See, just because it is going to come in your demat account doesn't mean it can automatically be traded, but they have made this provision, they have added this feature. Once it is in your demat account, you can actually trade it. Like you can trade stocks, you can also trade these EGRs. But if you're like, where is the physical gold? It is an EGR, agreed, but is there an underlying asset? Underlying asset is physical gold, and that is stored in SEBI approved vaults. By now, I'm sure we have understood some bits and pieces. It's like a puzzle, but we don't find a complete picture of that, and that's exactly what we are going to understand in the next section of the video. Batch 1 sold out. Batch 2 sold out. And this Sunday, I'm conducting another webinar which is about option selling strategy. Who should attend this one? This one is primarily designed for beginners who have basic knowledge about option selling but fear while taking trades in options. But who should not attend this webinar? This is definitely not for pro investors who are already deploying advanced strategies in option selling. But what will be taught in this webinar? This webinar is going to be all about one simple option selling strategy which will be taught using 5 years of back-tested data. This one is an expiry day strategy. But wait, unlike first 2 batches, in this third batch, I'm also going to discuss an expiry -1 option selling strategy. In addition to this, based on previous webinar feedbacks, we are also going to support you with your queries which you have regarding whatever is discussed in this webinar. So just to give you a few more details about the webinar, it's going to happen on this Sunday, that is 17th of May 2026 from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The only thing is that we have limited seats, only 500 seats are available. Link is there in the pinned comment and in the description box. Don't forget to use this coupon code, and if you still have further queries, you can also drop a WhatsApp to this number and my team will get back to you. Now let's understand the concept of EGR with the help of a very simple example. I'm sure everyone will agree with me that a lot of temples in India have loads of gold. Okay. Now, if it is gold in the form of jewelry, of course, that will be required in the temple itself. But if I'm talking about gold coins, gold biscuits, or maybe vada, as we call in Marathi, or gold rings, basically, they need not be kept in the temple. In fact, I've seen people put gold coins or vada inside the donation box. So, where does this gold go actually? Many times what the temple authorities do is that they keep it in bank lockers. Okay, now instead of putting it in the bank locker, what if they were to put it in a SEBI accredited vault? Now what is that? Let's take a simple example for this. Like I told you, temples have a lot of gold. What can they do is they can put this gold in the SEBI accredited vault. What do we mean by accredited? Approved. Okay, it is put in, let's say it is 1 kg of gold. Now what happens is that with this 1 kg of gold as an underlying asset, one EGR will be created, a gold receipt. But how is it? Is it a physical gold receipt? No, it's an EGR, it's an electronic gold receipt that will be created, and that represents that yes, this is an EGR of 1 kg of gold. Simple to clear. Okay. Now you may be like, Acha, is the use case only for temples? No, it can be for people like you and me as well. I don't have 1 kg of gold, but assume that I have 10 or 20 grams of gold. What can I do? Same old process. I have the physical gold, 10 or 20 grams, whatever. I'll put it in the SEBI accredited vault. And then what happens is that, let's say it's a 20 gram gold, I'll get EGRs worth 20 grams. Okay. Now question is that where will these EGRs be stored? They will be stored in the demat. Okay, if I'm talking about the temple, it will be in the temple's demat account. If it is about me, it will be in my demat account. Okay, ultimately my demat is linked with whom? With the depositories. It could be either CDSL or it could be either NSDL. Okay, now once it is in my demat account, let's say after 5 or 6 years I feel that gold has given a nice rally and I want to sell off those EGRs. Would that be possible? Yes. How do I sell that? On the stock exchange. And that is where exchanges like BSE and NSE will also come into this whole framework, because they will facilitate the trade of EGRs. Is this simple? Yes. So let me tell you about the EGR ecosystem one more time as a quick revision. First, as I told you, there will be investors who must have gold. As an example, we took investors like you and me, or temples, examples that we took. Second, we said we need vaults, vault managers. They are approved by SEBI. Correct. Third, we said that we will need NSDL or CDSL, who will be the ultimate depositories. Then we will have very important BSE or NSE, which will be the exchanges through which I can actually even buy or sell those EGRs. And ultimately, there should be an institute who keeps an eye on all these people, that they are not cheating, they are not doing any kind of malicious activity, and that will be nothing but SEBI. I hope you have understood this. More pointers on EGR in the next section of the video. Now let's go into a little bit more details of converting your physical gold into EGRs, because I'm sure in the previous section, once you heard about it, you might be like, if I were to really take it to the EGR format, how to do that? So for that, I went to SEBI's website and I found only 3 SEBI accredited or registered vault managers. One is Brinks India, one is Malka Amit JK Logistics, and one is Sequel Logistics. Okay. Out of these 3, 2 are from Mumbai, one is from Ahmedabad. Okay. So what I visualize, very important disclaimer, I have not tried it by myself. I have not tried converting my physical gold into EGR, but what I read over the net, when I read about the different publications, different PDFs which were on, even on the SEBI's website, on NSE website, I just could understand that what you would be required to do if you were to convert your physical gold into EGR, you would ideally contact these vault managers. Okay, once you go there, what these vault managers will do, they will check the quantity. Quantity is basically how much, what is the weight of your gold, 10 gram, 100 gram, 1 kg, whatever. Okay, and second thing they'll check is the quality. Is it 995 purity, 999 purity, whatever? So once the weight is checked, purity is checked, they will ensure that okay, these are the details, and based on their details, an EGR will be ultimately credited to your demat account. Simple till here? Yes. Now if you were to withdraw these EGRs or sell these EGRs, or sell is not the right word, convert is the right word in fact. If you were to convert these EGRs back into physical gold, then what is the procedure? Basically, here you put a request of withdrawing physical gold with the depository. Depository again, either NSDL or CDSL. Now, this request will be valid typically for 3 days. Okay. Now, once depository receives the request, they will forward this request to the vault manager. Okay. And vault manager will be responsible to transport that physical gold from their office to your residence or wherever you want it to. Okay. But the question is that now you'll be like, but what if I don't get the right quantity? What if I don't get the right weight? What if I don't get the right quality? The purity is missing, then what? So you can obviously request for checking of that gold before it leaves the premises of the vault manager. Okay. Of course, testing will be done. They will give you a certificate that, okay, we have tested it. This is the weight and this is the quality, purity, whatever. And the charges related to the purity testing will, of course, have to be borne by you. Okay. So purity testing charges, we are going to bear. Transportation charges, we are going to bear. Any other related charges like GST, because now you'll be buying physical gold, that also now you'll have to bear. Okay. But I hope this entire process of converting physical gold into EGR and EGR back into physical gold is absolutely clear. Now let's understand that how can you actually buy EGRs through NSE or BSE as an exchange, but you'll have to route it through a broker, right? But as of now, none of the brokers, neither Zerodha nor Upstocks nor any other broker basically has the permission as of now to sell or facilitate these EGRs transactions. But is it in process? Answer is obviously yes. As I mentioned last week only, I'd been to NSE and we got to know that yes, EGRs will now be even available through multiple brokers. Okay, so this is an update. Second thing, like you can buy or sell shares from Monday to Friday anywhere between 9:15 to 3:30. In case of EGRs, it will be Monday to Friday agreed, but from 9 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. or even 11:55 p.m. Okay, so of course it will have a larger time frame for trading. One more thing is that they'll be settled on T+1 settlement basis. So simple example, if you buy an EGR today, it will be credited to your demat account on the next day. Okay. Now, what are the different available denominations? Like you can buy 1 share, 2 shares, 3 shares. What are the available denominations here? It is 100 milligrams, 1 gram, 10 gram, 100 grams, and 1 kg. These are the 5 available denominations, and a lot of people are demanding for even 1 milligram and 10 milligrams. So they are trying to ensure that the ticket size is very less. If the ticket size is less, the volumes can really explode, right? Finally, we must understand that there are certain charges involved here as well, like we had purity testing charges, transportation charges in case of EGRs to physical gold. If you were to hold EGRs and sell it in the electronic format itself, what are the charges? Of course, brokerage will be charged, like while buying and selling stocks, brokerage is charged. Same will be the example for EGR. Second, depository charges, like you pay your depository charges for holding stocks, same will be the case for EGRs as well. And number 3, storage charges are also payable to the vault manager. So if you were to put that gold in a bank locker, you would pay rent, right? So similarly, you will have to pay storage charges to a vault manager. I hope all these charges are clear. In the next and the final section, we'll talk about EGRs or gold ETFs or SGB or digital gold, which could be a better choice. Now let's go by the method of elimination and understand which could be a better choice for people like you and me. I'm going to compare EGR, gold ETF, SGBs, and digital gold. First and foremost thing that comes to my mind, is it regulated? Is EGR regulated? Is gold ETF regulated? Yes, both are regulated by SEBI. SGBs are regulated by RBI. Fair enough, but digital gold is not regulated. Okay. Second thing, what can be accepted as a collateral? Be it EGR or gold ETF or SGBs, or all can be used as collateral. But if I'm talking about digital gold, that can't be used as a collateral. So based on first 2 points, I would want to eliminate digital gold. Okay, now we are left with 3, EGR, gold ETF, and SGBs. Now let's understand about charges involved. If I'm talking about storage charges, EGR will if you are holding EGRs, you will have to incur storage charges and all. We discussed about that, right? But it will be on a lower side, lower charges for EGR. If I'm talking about gold ETFs, here we have an expense ratio and which is typically higher as compared to EGRs. If I'm talking about SGBs, again it is lower. Okay, so EGRs and SGBs win in the charges pointer as compared to gold ETFs. And if I were to talk about taxation, when will these asset classes be treated as LTCG? EGRs and SGBs are treated as long-term asset, and any gain will attract LTCG after 12 months of holding them. But if I'm talking about gold ETF, it will be treated as a long-term asset after 36 months. Okay, or 3 years. So of course, for taxation perspective also, EGR and SGB holding period is less, so they win in this front as well. So here now I would want to eliminate gold ETFs as well. Now finally, EGR versus SGB, which could be better? Honestly, the original case where when the SGBs were issued for the very first time and they were tax free, I think hands down SGB would have won, no second thoughts on that. But now they also attract taxation. Now the question could be about fixed interest. Does SGB have fixed interest? Yes, 2.5% coupon, but for EGRs, you are not going to get any fixed interest. So in this case, SGB wins. But if you want to hold these SGR, if you want to hold gold in the electronic format for a long period of time, more than 8 years, more than 10 years, more than 15 years, SGB, here this is not possible. Why? Because SGB has a fixed maturity of 8 years maximum. So it will automatically mature after 8 years. What about 10 years, 15 years? In that case, you will have to have EGRs. Plus one more pointer, if you were to convert that into physical gold, again, SGBs can't be converted into physical gold, but EGRs can be converted into physical gold. So here, instead of giving one winner for EGR versus SGB, I may say that depending on your needs and wants, you may decide which one to go ahead with. I hope you have enjoyed this. By the way, I have done a separate video on SGBs as well. You can also check this video for SGBs. If you did like the video, don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye-bye. You might have come across such advertisements on various social media platforms. Please note, all of these are fraudsters promising unbelievable returns through stock tips. I don't provide any calls or advisory services. I provide only educational content through my social media handles and through my website rachnaranade.com and rachnaranade.in.